Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand, and just in case you're wondering what's happening with the zombies, they're coming. Don't you worry. I know we found a couple in a glacier last week or the week before. A missing couple, and now the remains of a German hiker who went missing almost 30 years ago. He's been found on a Swiss glacier. Who was about 44 when he disappeared in 1987. Police think more bodies will be found as global warming causes glaciers to melt, and then of course they'll reanimate, but they won't be quite the same. And then. They'll take over the world, and we'll be on the run, and we'll be in a last-ditch quest for survival, probably. Trying to eke out a pathetic existence in a post-glacier zombie apocalyptic world. Anyway, in the meantime, Jacinda might be our Prime Minister, but, of course, she might go on maternity leave. This has been the big question. Weird that how quickly... I feel like if you drew a Venn diagram of the people who are concerned about asking Jacinda whether she will ever get pregnant while being Prime Minister, and then... and there's another circle here of the people who always used to accuse Helen Clark of being a lesbian or being a bit weird because she never wanted to have children. I wonder how many of those people intersect. And I reckon it's quite a big intersection. What do you call that shape in the middle where two circles overlap? There must be a name for it, but I don't know what it is. Because to be honest, in statistics, I used to tilt my chair back and doze off. Because, Mr. Sefton, he was nice enough, but I don't know that it was compelling viewing. I've got off topic. The real issue here is I feel sorry for Jacinda because I feel like it's bad enough when women get pressured by their mothers and grandparents about when they're going to have kids, let alone a whole bloody country on your back about it. That seems harsh. Just leave her alone. We've got news that they're trying to pass a law. Jamie Lee Ross is trying to pass a law that will make a mandatory $150 fine if people get caught trying to wash your windows at intersections. I think this is not enough punishment. I think we should be allowed to run them over. Bit of homegrown justice, bit of citizens on patrol. If you see them approaching your vehicle, you should just be able to put your foot on the accelerator. Justifiable homicide by motor vehicle. It's probably more of a Winston Peters policy than a Jamie Lee Ross national policy, really. That's Sky Tower's 20th birthday today. It's hard to... I don't know. It's hard to get too excited about a building having a birthday, especially if it's only 20 years old, to be fair. But in this report here, apparently an architect called Julie Stout says 2 decades later, almost no one would want to see it disappear. Is that a possibility? I hadn't heard anybody talking about making it disappear. She also went on to say another random thing. She says it's an elegant design that's well and truly stood the test of time. Excuse me, and there'd be an outcry if it was ever taken down. How the hell would you take it down? What's she talking about? Very odd. And finally, scientists are a crucial step closer to stopping medical conditions from being passed from parent to child. They've safely corrected a genetic mutation in human embryos through which a heart condition is often passed from one generation to the next. So that's great. It doesn't do my kids any favours because if you look closely, you'll see one of my ears sticks out dramatically further than the other. And now that I've told you that, there's no one seeing it. It's all you'll ever be able to look at when you look at my face ever again. My freakish ear that sticks out further than the other one. And my poor kids have probably inherited that. I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention to them. I don't like looking at them because it reminds me that I have children. But they've probably got one ear sticking out further than the other as well. And scientists could have corrected that if they'd only had the technology back then. I mean, it's good for the future kids, I suppose. But really, what it comes down to is just don't have kids. And this is advice right back to the beginning again. Jacinda, don't do it. There's plenty of reasons not to do it, and none of them are to do with being the Prime Minister. You don't want them having wonky ears and having to grow up with that stigma and shame. Kind of a random glennzb TV today, but thank you for having me in your virtual headset anyway. We'll see you back here again tomorrow, and it might make more sense. No guarantees, though.